July 4th is a day to celebrate our nation's independence, of course, and also to celebrate the men and women who made that possible. But you may not know one of our country's founding fathers has a special tie to the capital city.
CBS 13's Christina Janes has the story on how Alexander Hamilton's son came to live and die in Sacramento.
The popularity of the hit musical Hamilton, the story of an immigrant who grew to become a Revolutionary War hero and a founding father, has resonated across the globe. But in a quiet section of Sacramento's historic city cemetery lies a gravestone with Alexander Hamilton's name and likeness, except this isn't his resting place.
As you can see, the bronze plaque on the front is a bust of Alexander Hamilton, and his name appears prominently on the front with William Stephen Hamilton's name around on the side.
William Stephen Hamilton was Alexander Hamilton's sixth child, and not wanting to throw away his shot, he moved to Sacramento during the gold rush, becoming a 49er to find his fortune.
I need to pull this weed.
Judy Eitzen is the president of the Old City Cemetery Committee and one of the many volunteers who keep the grounds around Hamilton's grave manicured.
He had a store and a small business here. I'm told he wasn't really that fond of Sacramento. After all, it was 100 degrees in the shade.
Sacramento in 1849 was a rough place, developing and dirty. But William Stephen Hamilton saw it a place to grow his fortune. And it wasn't gold he was interested in.
The most successful people who came were the people who sold the tools to the miners or ran the saloon.
But this gold rush boomtown was often inundated by the mighty Sacramento River, and when the waters receded, disease took its place. Suffering with abdominal pain, vomiting, and diarrhea, a fast-moving cholera epidemic killed more than 600 people. Although the exact date of his death is in question, at age 53, having been in Sacramento less than a year, William Stephen Hamilton became a footnote in his family's tragic history.
When people died of what was considered an infectious disease, we just put them in a trench, covered it over, and went on with life. Unfortunately, that's what happened to William Stephen Hamilton.
Even in his death, Hamilton's journeys would continue. His body exhumed 20 years later for a more fitting burial plot, and then again 25 years after that, when family members created this monument from Massachusetts granite containing a bronze portrait not of Stephen, but of his famous father.
I think that it's worth coming to see that monument, partly because it's an interesting piece of history that has come to California from the Revolution, in effect.
So if you are a fan of the musical or of our nation's history and happen to be by the Old City Cemetery, stop by and spend some time with a famous Hamilton. Not Alexander, but the man with his name on the side, William Stephen Hamilton.
He does have his final resting place now. It brings history a little closer, but it's also in a very beautiful setting.
What a great story, huh?
Fantastic.
A special shout out to photojournalist Peter Roney for all the work he did on that story.
And if you would like to visit the grave of William Stephen Hamilton or tour the beautiful and historic gardens there, the Sacramento Historic City Cemetery is open daily.
All right, straight